I'm Les Wilkinson with the law firm of Wilkinson and Magruder. I'm here with Andy Magruder, my law partner, to talk about Social Security disability. We're your local attorneys for Social Security disability in the Augusta, basically Aiken, South Carolina area. And so we're here to answer a number of questions which have come up. We hope you find that this YouTube presentation is interesting. Andy, I've often been asked, because you see a lot of clients come in and they're applying for either Social Security disability or supplemental security income or SSI. Well, explain what the difference is.
That's a great question, Les. Well, the disability standards for the programs are the same. Okay, the Social Security Administration applies the same standard for determining whether someone has a physical or mental disability which renders them disabled. The difference in the two programs comes in the financial part. Social Security disability is an insurance program, and the way I like to explain to clients is, if you're paying your car insurance premiums and you go and have an accident, as long as you're paying your premiums, your insurance company is going to cover your loss. But once you stop paying your premiums, if you have an accident, they're not going to cover you anymore. It's the same thing with Social Security disability. When you're working and you're paying in your Social Security taxes, your FICA taxes, you are insured for disability for a certain amount of time after you stop working. Typically, if someone's working full-time for a number of years, they'll be insured for 5 years after they stop working. And the rule is you have to have paid in a certain number of Social Security taxes 20 out of the last 40 quarters. So Social Security disability, you have to be disabled, but you also have to have worked a certain amount 5 out of the last 10 years. Les, SSI, as you know, works a little bit differently. Can you explain how SSI works financially?
Well, SSI is basically a poverty-based program. It comes from general taxes, what it amounts to, whereas your FICA taxes go for your Social Security disability as well as your Social Security retirement. But SSI, Supplemental Security Income, is basically if you've never worked or you don't have sufficient quarters to qualify for regular disability, you might be eligible for Supplemental Security Income, or SSI. Now, the deal with SSI is they look at your resources, your asset, to see if you're too rich to be poor and too poor to be rich. In other words, for an individual, if you, other than the house that you live in and a car that you drive, if you've got more than $2,000 for an individual or $3,000 for a couple, then you're too rich to qualify for SSI, and you're too poor to qualify for Social Security disability. So, you know, if you get on SSI and your great aunt dies and leaves you a $10,000 insurance policy, well, see, you've got a lot more than the $2,000 Social Security allows, and you're going to be knocked off of SSI. Along with SSI comes Medicaid benefits. So if you're knocked off SSI because your great aunt thought nicely of you and left you some money, then you're going to be knocked off Medicaid for that period of time that you've got assets in excess of, say, $2,000. So it makes a big deal of difference about whether or not you can qualify for SSI or disability. Obviously, if you qualify for disability and you hit the Georgia lottery, you're still entitled to your Social Security disability.
Unless, you know, we see it all the time where people think they're trying to scam the system by not paying in their Social Security taxes, working under the table. And how many times have you seen it where someone has actually worked for a number of years but they've not paid in any taxes, and then they become disabled, but they have no earnings record with Social Security, so they can't draw Social Security disability, and maybe their spouse has a job that pays maybe a little bit over the income limits for SSI, so this person unfortunately is out of luck. They can't qualify for Social Security disability, nor do they meet the income and resource requirements for SSI.
Eddie, we see it all the time, and when you explain it to them, they're like, oh, like, you know, like a deer with headlights. I mean, you say, oh, and that's all you can say. Well, you know, you didn't pay your money, you can't take your chances. So.
Thanks for watching us on YouTube. I hope we answered your questions today.
We're Wilkinson and Magruder. We're located in Augusta. Give us a call. Let us help you.